Quick! The quick. This is my state, this is my team. You know what that means. This is for the black and blue that I bleed. This is for the chance to bring home that ring. But everybody gonna doubt this. So far there ain't been another way around it. We bring heat to the game each week. They just say we ain't got what it takes, we ain't bout it. Well, y'all can just keep saying that we ain't gonna make it, but at the end of the day, this will be the Panthers nation. You know, this ain't a game to us major players at every angle that you can think of. That's why you hate us. Get out the way of greatness. You can look at our faces and see the blood, sweat, and tears that it took to create this. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, but you can save it. Cause even on the darkest of days, you know we're always gonna find a way to tell them what we gonna do, we gotta
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. We are live here on this fantastic Friday. It's almost the weekend. Man, I'm feeling excited. You guys should be too. FanFest is coming up. I'm about to make that trip tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, I will be in Charlotte, North Carolina for the FanFest. If you guys would like to say hi to me at FanFest, I will be at in section 201. So come find me. That being said, I should be in my seat at 6:45, somewhere around then. I'm not really there for the drum crew or the Top Cats or anything like that. I want to see this practice, man. That's what I'm there for. I'm there for the practice, the fireworks, the laser light show, man. You know, and hopefully no more injuries. Hopefully no more injuries. Man, shout out to Chase in the chat. Blessings to you, my man. Blessings back to you, Chase. Thank you so much for coming through and saying hi. Man, nothing but blessings for the players that have been injured, and I hope a speedy recovery and that they're able to get back on the field soon. Speaking of players that got recovered and got put back on the field today, I heard that Luvu actually put some pressure on the quarterback today. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that real soon. There you go. Now you can see my beautiful face. How you guys doing on this wonderful Friday night? Well, it should be Friday morning, technically, on the East Coast, since it is 12:45 a.m. where I am. Anyway, let's get to the highlights. And yeah, I did put out a video for day 7. I was going to do a live stream for day 7, but I chose not to. I kind of wanted to relax. It was 2 days in a row of training camp, so I decided, I'm going to catch it. I'm going to catch up on some Z's, It's been a busy week, and, we got FanFest coming up, so I wanted to get some rest so I could do my job properly as a streamer and as a YouTuber. So, hold on, that one wasn't loaded. I'm gonna load this one up before I switch over to the PC view in just a moment. But I hope that you guys are having a fantastic night. I want to talk about Chuba Hubbard and that one-handed catch. Man, I saw that. I saw that video. Very impressive. Man, it looked good. Man, it looked real good. And, I'm hearing great things about the offense. But where's the mention of PJ? I know I'm making a big deal out of this, but it is a big deal. You've seen how many quarterback injuries we've had in the past 4 to 5 years. We can't afford to sit by and not pay attention to this. And nobody wants to talk about the fact that PJ's throw was the reason that Keith Kirkwood had a concussion to begin with. I have seen no mentions of that anywhere on any social media pages. I'm kind of discouraged by that. Because nobody wants to put the spotlight on PJ. I'm not afraid to. I've got the spine and backbone to highlight any player that I see fit. that is not getting it done. And I don't like throwing people under the bus, but when I've got to do it, I've got to do it. And when you are half the reason this man is in concussion protocol, that don't look good for you. I'm just going to say that right now. We may be dipping into the free agent pool at quarterback here soon if PJ doesn't get it together. I know that Coach Rule really, really likes PJ. I do too. But, and God knows I don't want to see that man get cut. But when you're over here causing concussions, man, that's. But let's see. Trying to find one last thing here, and then I'll show the screen. Right, that's the video I wanted. Okay. Now I heard somewhere on one of the pages that the tickets for FanFest are going real fast. I don't know if y'all have to tell me, are they pretty close to gone, or what's going on with that? I've already got mine, but I lost track of that. I didn't even care about that. My focus turned immediately to the training camp days once I got my FanFest ticket. Yeah, I did not even care whether this thing sold out or not. If it does, man, that's awesome. More props to the people that came out. In 19 when they had it, and now this year, if they have it this year. I was seeing something about some bad weather, so be prepared for that. Get some of those rain jackets. Yeah, honestly, I don't even think it's gonna rain that much, man. They were calling for rain on Tuesday in Spartanburg, and it never happened that much. So I wouldn't even worry about weather there. All right, so y'all ready to jump into this? Let's do this. I'm ready. We're going to start with practice turns into a scrimmage. And let's be real, I saw a lot of 7-on-7s and goal line drills. Yesterday when I went, I was not there on day 8, but I was there on day 7. And I saw a lot of goal line situation scrimmage plays. And Sam Darnold again looks great. It's hard to find any fault with this guy right here. Other than the fact that maybe he checks the ball down too much. But I mean, who hasn't in this quarterback crew? Who hasn't? When you got Christian McCaffrey and you got DJ Moore and you got these tight ends, why not? Why not use that crutch? And Coach Rule said it was a gift. I agree with that. To be able to have those guys, it really is a blessing. Most quarterbacks don't have those types of weapons. around the league. If they can just dump the ball off and their guys will get 5 yards or more every play. I mean, it's crazy. Yards after the catch is a big thing. I've been saying it for a long, long time. It needs to be a stat. And it isn't. So does quarterback pressures. Been saying it. Let's get into this article here. Thursday's practiced the final one of the week before they returned to Charlotte. Was different from anything they've done during training camp. Excuse the yawns. I'm tired. It's midnight. Okay. They generally have large chunks of practice devoted to instruction and individual drills, but those things were largely absent Thursday. As soon as they finished stretching, they went into an extended team period turning the day into what amounted to a scrimmage. I thought they just needed to get out there and play some football. Drills are great. 9-on-7 is great. I like all those things, but sometimes you have to get out there and play and put things on tape and see what you're doing well and what you're not. Seeing guys against different groups or our guys like to compete, so we just put the ball down and played today. Okay. Cool with me, man. If that's what the coach feels like is the best thing to do, I'm for it. I'm all for it, guys. I don't see why not. Drills are great, but drills can only tell you so much. You got to be able to show what you've learned in these scrimmages. Point blank, that's what it is. So, what did you learn? There was also some emphasis near the end of practice on some fine points as they did in minicamp, and at the end of the 2-minute period, Rule took a snap and chunked one over the line of scrimmage to simulate a blocked field goal to make sure players were situationally aware. Wow. Now everybody's going to ignore that paragraph right there, but that one is the most significant one to me out of this entire article. And let me tell you why. Blocked field goals can make all the difference between winning and losing sometimes. All the difference. If you've been paying attention to special teams at all, which most people don't, that right there tells me that he is putting special emphasis on this issue. And I like that. I like that a lot. I pretty much said in my video yesterday that I thought the special teams was ready for preseason. Apparently not. If Matt Rule is doing that right there, apparently not. I felt like they looked okay. Joey was hitting some field goals. He only missed one. But I mean, hey, everybody misses one once in a blue moon during training camp. Not a big deal. I didn't hold it against him. I was more focused on the special teams, offensive and defensive lines. Because that right there tells you the entire story of the special teams. Are they able to if you're on the offensive line, are you able to hold your defender that you're assigned to, your lane? Are you able to hold them out and make sure that that kick does not get blocked? Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, in certain games, man, some of these special teams units on defense are quite impressive. There's a few of them out there. I saw a lot of blocked field goals in the past few years, actually. So, if you're a player and you're going out there to casually do special teams, extra points, and field goals, and you think, oh, okay, nothing's gonna happen, nothing's gonna happen. This is just special teams. Pay attention to the lines. I'm telling you, that's how you're gonna see whether these guys are gonna be able to get in there and block a kick or not. And Matt Rule just out of the clear blue sky just walks over, takes a snap, chunked one over the line, and pretended it was a blocked field goal. You know, you can't just rest on your laurels, and you can't just be like, oh well, okay, well it's special teams. What's gonna happen here? Here's another thing I noticed when I was watching camp on day 7. No, day 6. Day 6. My bad, guys. Day 6. Uh, Same with the other situation with the scrimmages. Uh, well, days 6 and 7, really. I was at both 6 and 7. I noticed that they took a good 30 minutes to 45 minutes on field goals drills. And you could see like every player lined up on the sideline watching just the special teams units. Nobody else, just the special teams units. Now, doesn't, if that says that you're not taking special teams seriously enough, you're clearly not paying attention in camp. Because that really got my eyes right there. That caught my attention. And I'm not one to point that out very often, but at the same time I am, because I point out a lot of stuff that most people would overlook. And that's one of the things that a lot of people are going to overlook because, you read something about special teams, you think, it's special teams. No one cares about that. But read that paragraph again, and you say, whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. Blocked field goal. And that should tell you everything you need to know. This coach cares about details, specifics, everything. He's a very technical coach, and I love that. That's what we need to see more of in coaching. About half the league's coaches. And we have taken advantage of so many situations where these coaches have failed to pay attention to the little stuff like that. And we've used it against them. There's a few examples from last year. I'm not going to cite any teams specifically, but it was interesting. It was really interesting. All right, so let me highlight the word aware, because I need that. I need this to be known. When Matt Rule stops practice for 3 training camp days in a row, 3 training camp days in a row. This is not including the day off. This is Saturday, Monday, Tuesday. And I would venture to say Wednesday as well. I don't. He tried to make these players aware that he is not putting up with this garbage. Okay? He's not going to put up with players fighting. He's not going to put up with bad hits on players that cause injuries. And he's not going to put up with the fact that these players are not doing enough after a day off. He's not going to make excuses for you, to the media or to anybody else. He wants these players to be accountable for themselves. And that's a trait in a real head coach. If anybody still doesn't believe this man is a head coach after watching this training camp, I don't know what to say to convince you. I don't know how to convince you. Because honestly, at this point, that should tell you all you need to know about what kind of a coach he is. This past week should tell you everything you need to know. And I'm honestly fed up with all the people that are saying, oh, well, Matt Rule is not a great coach and yada, yada, yada. He's new and yada, yada. You know, it's his second year and we're going to make excuses why we should go for a different coach. These are the people that are never satisfied in this fan base. No matter what we do. We could literally bring in Tom Brady and Gronk, win the Super Bowl 3 times over, and these people would still be griping and complaining about something. I mean, come on, man. They would still find something to complain about. These are the same people that would go back to the days when Steve Smith went to Baltimore, and retire with them and complain about that. If they can't complain about Cam Newton, they're going to complain about that. I mean, we got to do better as a fan base. We want people to respect us around the league. We got to be better than this. This is ridiculous. Like, I'm tired of this. I don't know about y'all, but I'm tired of it. I'm tired of reading about all this nonsense. I just skip over it, man. Man, miss me with that junk, man. Miss me with that garbage. I'm not interested in that. I could care less what your opinions are on those things. This is 2021. Get back to 2021. This is the future right here, right now. Now, the only reason that you hear me reference stuff from back in the day in 2015 is because of how good we were as a team in 14 and 15. How good we had depth. We had everything. The injury bug didn't hit us. We had a good offensive line. I'd venture to say great. Minus Rimmers. I would say great. Yeah. That's the reason I go back and I talk about this stuff, because I want to set the bar as to where we should be. versus where we are now. So I am keeping everything in the present, but also looking back at the past. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. And on that note, all the negatives show up as well. I'm a realist. I'm going to tell you how it is, good or bad, and we're going to analyze it and discuss it. You know, and at the end of the day, we want the best 53-man roster. We want the best team. We want the best playoff contending team. And we want the best Super Bowl contending team that we could possibly get. That's the reason for everything that we're doing on this channel here. And the fact that we love this team. You know, it ain't just me. Y'all are in it for the long haul too. You know, and I appreciate y'all, man. Riding this train with me. It's awesome. It really, really is awesome. I feel so blessed. We just crossed over 360 subs yesterday. And I'm so blessed to be even where I am right now with this channel. As a growing family, it just feels incredible to have that kind of support here and in this fan base, and to know that you guys really, really love and care for this team as much as I do. And that y'all enjoy the content that I'm putting out. So I appreciate y'all, man. We're a family. Let's be a family. Let's represent ourselves well. And let's get away from all the nonsense. But back to the word aware. Are you aware of the fact that they gave us a 73 rating in Madden 22? A 73 rating. Are you serious? Man, we'll talk about that in a minute, man. I want to finish this article first, because I haven't read through this entire thing yet. I wanted to save it for stream. In general, it was a solid day for the offense. Rule mentioned being tired of a few penalties. Yep, that's a big thing. The false starts have been ramping up since Monday. It's been a thing every day this week. I don't know what's going on with these guys on the O-line, but I don't know if it's the same guy or if it's a couple of guys or whether it's multiple guys. I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to watch that when I go to Fan Day, and I'm going to find out. But yes, the false starts are starting to frankly annoy me as well. I agree. He wouldn't be a head coach if it wasn't annoying him in some way, shape, or form. Let's be real for a second there. For the second straight day, Sam Darnold led the entire offense to run the DBO sign. Their reminder of don't beat ourselves, which they installed this week. Fantastic. Fantastic. I think every team needs that sign. Every team needs that. Honestly. Every team out there needs it. Whether you play high school ball, college ball, NFL ball, doesn't matter. Everybody needs it. Because how many times have we watched this team beat ourselves? Honestly. How many times? That is one of the most brilliant things I've ever seen us come up with. Right there. Love it. Thank you. Thank you. And I cannot say that enough to whoever came up with that. Because that shows me that whoever came up with that truly does care about the success of this team. and wants us to succeed. Whether it be the coach, whether it be the GM, whether it be one of the staff members, doesn't matter. Whether it be one of the players, I don't care. Whoever came up with it, bravo. Bravo. We need to make that a mantra this year. We straight up need to make that a mantra. Without a doubt. How many of y'all sick of that too? I know I'm not the only one. I cannot possibly remotely be the only one. Alright, so let's continue. Tight end Dan Arnold continued to make plays and establish himself as a legitimate target. Alright, Dan. There you go, man. Among many here. Yeah. Terrence would be my choice as the best wide receiver so far. Outside of the obvious ones. You know, DJ, Robbie. And we're still looking for that number 3 receiver. And I think Terrace is it. I honestly think Terrace is it. He has shown me so far in this first week, without pads and with pads, that he is hungry for that spot. And I'm hearing great things about Dan Arnold as well. I've seen a few passes thrown to him, some great catches by Dan. If they took the time, because Dan is the tight end. Dan is the tight end fighting for that number 2 spot right now with Ian. Because we went out and we spent a bunch of money on Tommy Tremble. And Tommy has not been impressing that much. So here comes Dan Arnold. And Dan Arnold, out of nowhere, starts making himself known. This is really making me happy. Tommy Tremble, to me, is more of a run blocker and a lane blocker. To ensure that we don't get sacks when the quarterback rolls out that direction. But then there's Dan Arnold. And that's encouraging at the tight end spot to see him come along and really make this a competition, because before today I was thinking, okay, we got 2 tight ends, that's cool. Dan's just making his catches, that's cool. But where's the competition? Where's the heat? I'll tell you where the heat is. It's at running back. Christian McCaffrey has just been tearing it up. Obviously, he's going to be the number 1. This man's going to make Pro Bowl without question. No matter where we land, he'll be in the Pro Bowl. I see him racking up a ton of yards if he stays healthy, and I think he will. Then you got the backup running backs. We just signed one today. Today meaning the 5th. So Taylor Moton helping to open up those holes on the right side. And most of the runs I saw that were successful were on the right side of the offense. When you're looking at it from the quarterback's perspective, yes, the right side of the line. And that's where Taylor Moton is. Here's what I want to point out. Panthers had another player cut it off the practice field Thursday, and there are enough injuries that they're beginning to pile up at certain spots, particularly linebacker. Linebacker is a major concern right now. Defensive end Austin Larkin was hurt during Thursday's work and had to be taken off the field. Rule said earlier that it would be a groin injury, but he didn't know how serious it would be. Okay, groin injuries are going to happen. That's normal. That's part of football. You know? Now, my concern is how is that going to affect the defensive end position battles? I haven't seen much heat on that position as far as competitions go. You saw more of it the first week than the second week. You know, once the defense finally started to get themselves back together, then or the offense finally did, then you started to see that balance out a little bit more. So the last couple of days, it balanced back out. I would say that first week and a half, the defense was dominant. And you could literally see the competition in the defensive end. Now it's not as apparent. So, where is that going to go? How is that going to be affected? We don't know. The player with the longest anticipated absence is cornerback AJ. And Rule said he could miss a couple of weeks with a strain after he went down to practice this week. Yeah, a couple of weeks. With injuries, it's not a big deal, but you know, with training camp, it is a big deal because you're going to be missing a lot of different installments and one-on-one opportunities, you know, to fight for a job and to fight for a spot in this depth chart. Now, Panthers are also monitoring a situation with Shaq Thompson, Denzel Perryman, leaving just Jermaine Carter, who was out last year, among the top of the depth of the chart. Now, remember what I said? Linebacker was a major issue. Here you go. Shaq is out. Denzel is out. And I've had growing concerns, and this is a pattern. I don't know if y'all have noticed this or not. This is a pattern. In the positions where we have looked the weakest, that's where the injury bug hits us. Have y'all noticed that? The only exception is Christian McCaffrey and Luke Kuechly back in the day. Those are the two exceptions. Every other time, it's been the weakest position that we have, where we get the worst injuries to major starters that we have got to have on the field to win games. I don't know about y'all, but that scares me. That scares me a lot. Thompson graduated with a green jersey Thursday, which means limited participation. Hopefully soon, he'll be back. Perryman didn't practice either with what rule described as a strain. Are you guys paying attention to this word strain here? Because we saw this a second ago. AJ Boya, strain. Y'all seeing this? This is a pattern. What are we doing that is causing strains? What can we do to fix that? I can understand little injuries that football related injuries that happens. But strains can be prevented. All right, they were also without wide receiver Keith Kirkwood and running back Darius Clark, who suffered concussions Tuesday. I didn't see Clark suffer a concussion, but I don't doubt the word of this reporter, Darren Gant. He's been an excellent reporter. He's been spotting everything. Give this man some credit. And these are some excellent articles. He is accurately summing these things up, and he's pointing out important things. Little details. And what you do is you read between the lines with this stuff. And I love analyzing reporters that know what they're talking about and know what they're doing and pay attention to this stuff. Because you can pick up on so much and learn so much from these guys. For instance, I was with the reporters, that usually do pressers for Matt Rule and the players after the practices and stuff and games. And one of them pointed out a player that was on the bike. And to me or you, that means nothing. But to these guys, that's their job. Nobody else sees it except this one guy. And credit to the one guy that saw it. Because those little details. And they literally all scrambled to try to find out who that player was. That's doing your job properly as a reporter. Credit to this man. I don't know who it was, but credit to him. And he got this reporter here that really knows what he's doing, Darren Gant. Thank you, Darren. You are doing the Panthers a true service and a service to my channel by being accurate and very, very detailed with your information. So thank you. And I don't give credit to media people very often. So when I do, you've truly earned it. You have truly hit the mark and the bullseye. So, credit to him. Clark has also graduated the green jersey for Tuesday's work. Okay. Again, I didn't see Darius Clark go down with a concussion, so y'all have to fill me in on when that happened. Because I didn't see it. Speaking of stacking up, Rod Smith, the new running back, joined us today. Rodney Smith. Now let's look at Rodney Smith real quick. Rodney Smith is a 5'11", 210 running back from Minnesota. He's been in the league 2 years. Now, he was with the Tennessee Titans. So just to give you an idea of who he is. because I know a lot of people had questions when they saw that signing. They said, "Okay, well, it's a running back. You know, why are we signing a running back when we just got a safety?" Well, never fear, never fear. We just signed a safety today. You know, so we'll look him up in a minute too. So Rodney Smith fueled the competition at running back for the depth chart. And normally you don't pay attention to this, but because the line has been doing solidly well, now you get that luxury of looking at the running back competition in a whole new uh, limelight. And especially Rodney Smith highlighted it. He got everyone's attention. So he goes on to say the offensive coordinator Joe Brady also had to lead meetings with future David Moore, the other David Moore, and DJ Moore. So at least he has experience. Well, that's nice. At least he has experience. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, Joe. You got to show me more than just check down passes. I got to see more this year. I'm tired of game managers. I mean, they're just not cutting it. We've seen it. Game managers don't cut it. And if you watch my streams about 2 or 3 years ago, you would hear me say, well, game managers are such and such and such and such. These are great things. While they're great things, now it's been proven that they're not enough. With Teddy, with Cam Newton checking it down, it's time to move on from game managers for a while. With PJ in the background as a game manager, and Will Greer as a partial game manager, it's time to put the focus back on pocket passing and really pushing the ball downfield. We did a good chunk of that last year. However, it wasn't enough. I don't care about the size of the players. Daquan Jones had a day off. Don't care. Matt Rule does. He likes how hard Jones goes in practice. I watched him on tape yesterday. He was sprinting to the ball down the field, so I gave him today. Okay. Jones got a lift and some rehab in early. He came out in a t-shirt and baseball cap later. Okay, cool. I support it. The coach gives you a day off, you've earned it. If you haven't earned that day off, you better start working. Robbie Anderson adding to his skill set on Thursday. And Anderson punting the ball, yeah, whatever. Doesn't have much to worry about, but it wasn't a bad way. Joseph Charlton. Who is this? A bad leg. 6'5", 190 pounds from South Carolina. So we got a South Carolina Gamecocks punter. Former South Carolina Gamecocks punter. He looked good yesterday. On day 7. I can't even really complain. I think he looks solid. He was working on those coffin corner punts from a long distance away, Looked good. So Christian McCaffrey has this to say on the progress of our offense. Honestly, that was a hilarious commercial. I like it. I like it. It's cute. Pause right there. He said consistent. Remember, I've been highlighting that word. I just want to point that out. Consistent. My man CMC pointing out consistency. Oh, that's beautiful. That's what you like to hear from your star running back right there. That's what you love to hear. That word right there shows me he is committed to getting it done.
And any extra motivation to not go offside. No one obviously wants to jump or make mistakes, but it's an accountability process that's important to our team.
You popped one earlier in practice for a long yardage. What are you seeing from the offensive line so far in camp?
Yeah, the O-line's been unbelievable. I think it's just fun to be around these guys. Obviously, I think they've been playing extremely well and making it easy on us.
Unbelievable line, huh? I don't know about that one, CMC. I don't think I'd go that far, bud. But good, yes. Unbelievable, though? We've had those false starts going on, though. Don't like that. And the push of the D-line has been really good and really strong lately. So, you're looking at Spider Burns, you're looking at the new defensive end that we just got in the draft. Making some noise too. So I don't know if I'd go as far as unbelievable. Now, run blocking wise, yeah, they've been great. I have pointed that out at least 3 times.
But the communication in the meeting rooms, letting me know what they see, from Coach Pat down has been just excellent. So I'm lucky I got these guys. I'm excited to continue to work with them.
And also, what are you seeing from Darnold so far with Taz on?
He's been awesome. He's been awesome. I think, the biggest thing for him is having poise, and that's, like I said earlier, he has that, and he keeps us all grounded, and he's a hell of a leader. He commands the huddle well, and he's got a great next play mentality.
Where do you see the biggest differences in this year's offense?
That's for the people that are doubting Sam Darnold right now.
It's hard to compare. It's a completely different team. So for me,
hope y'all heard those words.
On this year's team, and I like where we're at. Obviously, there's always going to be room for improvement. Week 14, 15, I'll probably be giving you the same answer. There's room for improvement.
Is that a David Newton question? Come on, bruh. We don't care about last year's team. We're not trying to make the playoffs last year. We're trying to make the playoffs this year. Get off that nonsense, David. Come on, bro.
But as long as we continue to have that mindset and continue to, go into the meeting rooms and get better, then, we'll continue to level up.
What do you think this offense
See, now that's how a star
particularly well?
player on our
Well,
team
I think we
responds to
can do
that
everything well.
garbage.
I think our O-line is awesome. Our quarterback's great. Our receivers are special. And, from there, I think we have a complete offense. Once again, it's just not beating ourselves and continuing to be consistent. We're going to make big plays, but it's just being efficient,
Look at all these big words he's using right here. Efficient, consistent. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to hear those types of words come from your running back, your star running back. That's a future Hall of Famer, I think. One day he'll get there, in my opinion. But, hey, if he doesn't make the NFL Hall of Fame, he will certainly make the State Hall of Fame. That's going to happen. No doubt about it. I'm surprised Luke and Thomas Davis and Steve Smith have not made it either. But, that's neither here nor there. The words he's using right now, I want to back this up again, and I want y'all to hear these words again. Listen to this response.
they're special. And, from there, I think we have a complete offense. Once again, it's just not beating ourselves and continuing
Not beating ourselves.
to be consistent. We're going to
Continue to be consistent.
make big plays.
Make big
But
plays.
it's just being efficient,
And be efficient. Did y'all hear all that? This man's speaking big facts right now. This man's speaking big facts. That's the stuff you want to hear. That is exactly what you want to hear. Card. Okay? I want y'all to make sure that you know this. He is not reading this crap off of a card. This is a smart man right here. He understands what it takes to succeed and what it takes to win in the NFL. And it takes all of those things that he just listed. Let's continue.
no penalties, no miscommunications. Those are the kind of things
Facts.
that take you from, you're an all right team to a great team.
Facts.
Are there areas you're farther ahead than you thought you would
That's
be?
how you handle a dumb question.
I have no idea. I think it's more just and this is kind of what I'm
Take
excited
notes,
about with
boys.
this team is just, being truly having our mindset on the next play and on the next rep.
Yes,
and
sir.
just trying to get better every single day.
Yes, sir.
Does this offense look its best with Taylor on the right side?
That's it.
Really popped you loose on that one long run you had earlier.
Yeah, Taylor. I mean, Taylor's a very consistent player, and I'm so happy to have him. Yeah,
Why are
he's
you asking
unbelievable.
about
So
Taylor Moton?
he's
There's
doing
no
great.
issues
Obviously,
with Taylor
Johnny,
Moton. He's a great.
takes a big part in that. All these run
He's
plays
taking
they
care of
break,
business.
That's a product of the entire offensive line, and you go back and look at that play. DJ is blocking 45 yards downfield. And that's the kind of stuff that helps you win games. It's not just
Thank you.
one guy or two guys. It's
Yes,
11
sir.
guys coming together as
CMC.
one. And that's when you
Spitting
can play
truth right
special
now.
ball as a team. The next play we ran another run play in the 15-yard line, and Robbie dug out a safety, and stuck his nose in there and made a big block. So it's not just the O-line blocking; it's the receivers blocking. The tight ends have done a hell of a job. Coach Ange has those
Yes,
guys
sir.
working. So I just love this team, and I'm really excited to see how everybody's coming together for one common goal.
Christian, there's a big competition behind you at running back.
What a
Is there
beautiful
anything
answer.
from those guys, you keeping an eye on anyone in particular?
They've been great. I think, all the young guys who have come in have been awesome, just taking notes in the meeting rooms, asking questions, learning, continuing to
Great
get better.
question,
So,
Elena.
we have a
And
lot
I
of
know
depth.
that's
We have
her.
a special room. Starts with Coach Nixon, too. So it's just been fun to watch all these guys grow.
What's been your message to Chuba as he kind of continues to come along?
Chuba's been great, man. I mean, it's guys like him, guys like Reggie and Rodney and Spencer, they're you don't want to give them too much because they're such good listeners and they're very in. They're completely bought in, and so those are really fun guys to have around because they'll learn on their own as well. You know what I mean? They'll take their points and coaching points here and there, but at the end of the day, those guys are going to take notes. They're going to ask the right questions, and they're going to continue to grow. So as long as they continue to have that mindset, they're going to be really good.
Krishna, how did
Yeah, well said.
leaders sort of react to the decision to cut JT the other day, and was that a message that you think needed to be sent?
I that's not my realm, so I'll probably just stay away from that one.
Christian, when you first got to
Why are you asking him about stuff that he doesn't
These are the moments you're going to take with you, but
know anything about?
a little over a week, we've had a chance
Yet another dumb question.
seeing the touchdown celebration. So how much do you think this experience has helped build that team chemistry, especially on the offense?
That's a lot of fun. I mean, honestly, these are like, as I mentioned earlier in the beginning of camp, these are the best times. It's where you get to grow with your guys, and it's where you come together as a team. And obviously, these are hard days, but that's what makes it so fun and memorable. Nothing good comes easy, and I just love our team. We got a lot of guys who are completely bought in and who are process-driven and like to, not just go hard when we're in meetings and practice, but have fun also. So it's been a lot of fun.
What's been the most fun moment off the field?
I mean, camp's fun, man, because there's always something that happens, every day that, you might not realize it in the moment, but then you can go back to your room and kind of decompress, and you look back on and just start laughing. So
Is there a good example of that here the first week?
I'd have to. I mean, it catch me on the spot. I'd have to think about it, but obviously the talent shows have been great. We got a couple guys who can sing. I didn't know could sing. We got a couple guys that are absolutely horrid, and so, but all of it's fun.
Any standout singers? Anyone that come through?
Yeah, Nixon can sing. There's a few guys who can sing. I forgot who. Oh, Thomas Fletcher can sing. He sang Italian. He sang, was it Andre Bocelli perfectly with his shirt off in front of the whole team. So that was a sight. But it's just been a lot of fun.
The variety that you're going to be having a couple weeks here tomorrow with being FanFest and you go on the road, have a couple of joint practices before the preseason game. Does that help as a veteran with the day in, day out of training?
Definitely. I mean, during the season, there's stuff that comes up all the time, and so it's just good preparation. I mean, we've been going against each other for I don't know how long now, a couple weeks, week and a half, whatever it's been. Being able to to see another team and really get used to it, what it's going to be like in a game, and it's going to be great for everyone from the top down.
Coach said he likes FanFest to sort of be a celebration of the players. Do you get that sense when you participated in those? What did you like about tomorrow?
For me, I just treat it as another day. I think, obviously it's always exciting to see fans. Even the people who come out to Wofford, I mean, it's pretty special that, 8:30 in the morning, there's people who come out and spend their mornings watching us. So we're always really appreciative of them. But, at the same time as players, we just approach it as another day, Go through your process, go through your warm-up, nothing changes. Just go out there and ball, and then, have fun after if
My pleasure, my man.
Right.
Happy to do it. Happy to do it. It's days like that. I have always had fun at training camp. It's like I say, I'm a YouTuber, so it is technically work for me, but at the same time, it's fun. You get to do what you love to do, which is spend time around the players, and watch them do their thing. That's awesome. It's a blessing. It really, really is. It's an absolute privilege that I don't take lightly. And it really is a gift. And I may harp on some players. I may, throw some players on the bus. But at the same time, I get to praise these players too. So it's a privilege. It really is. I love these players just as much as I love the fans, and I love this entire organization, man. It's just It's such a gift to be able to do this. And I'm so glad that y'all give me the opportunity to do this. And I'm going to continue to do this up in New York, South Carolina too. Absolutely. I wouldn't think anything less of an opportunity to do this. Alright, so let's watch this Dante Jackson breaking up a pass in training camp. Now, before we watch this, I want to say something about Dante. Day 6, I was out there watching him. And, I saw some good coverage. I saw a couple of plays where he had great coverage. And then, again, there's the other half of Dante Jackson where the coverage was not so great. And it's the same thing during the regular season. You're not seeing anything different from him. So, like I said, I would hesitate to say he's improving. So, with that in mind, let's take a look at this play. Nice play, man. He got some height on that jump. Let's slow this down a little bit. I'm going to turn the sound off. Look at the height on this jump. That is ridiculous. From Dante. I didn't even know he could jump that high. Go with you, I didn't know he could jump that high. You're talking knee-high height on this one. That's pretty wild. And that ball was going to be right in the hands of, is that DJ Moore? Let me take a look at that again. I guess if they let me. Hold on. Okay. Well, I guess we're taking a look at Chuba. Getting the one-handed catch. Which is impressive too, by the way. Chuba doesn't get much attention. But I want to look at this play slowed down with Dante. So let's again take that sound off. Let's can we slow this down? No. Okay, that's fine. And I'm going to put this full screen because there's a couple things I want to point out. First off, where his hand placement is. Look how high this ball is. It's supposed to go over his shoulders, right? Right in the hands of your boy here, number 2. And he manages to get his hand up there at the perfect spot. And this is what SWAT ball drills are for. Right here. This is exactly what it's for. This is why you see the DBs work on this every year. During training camp. And possibly during OTAs as well. We don't see what happens during behind the curtains on OTAs, but there it is. Look at that right there. That is just beautiful. That's beautiful. Look how he comes down. Absolutely amazing. You'll love to see it. Look how high this pass is again. I just want to highlight that. Look at the coverage. Really tight coverage on it. This is something you don't see very often from Dante. He's right in front of him. And he gets aggressive, which is not like Dante at all either. unless you've seen him during regular season, which we all have. But during training camp, you rarely ever see him get that aggressive. So that's a really encouraging sign right there. I like that. And lastly, we got a video here of Will Greer, always focused on being ready.
Good to be back here in Wofford. 2019 flashbacks when I first got here, but it's going good.
What are you doing differently? Are you doing anything differently? Is there anything you're focusing on?
Not necessarily differently. Just focusing on, just practicing, trying to get 1% better. You just got to be ready to play as a backup.
He's
in the
done
league.
that.
You just got to be ready to go. You don't know when you're going to get your opportunity. You just got to be ready. And, my third year in that role coming up, which, first year is like, all right, I'm not used to it. Now I feel like I don't have that excuse anymore. I got to be, ready to go. I understand the role. I understand what it's like to be a backup, and focusing on just being ready if my team needs me.
Is there any more urgency, as you approach this in year 3?
There's definitely urgency. I feel like there was urgency last year and the year before. I feel like every year I have that urgency. Just
Excellent.
don't want to force anything, though. I don't want to be too urgent. I trust I'm confident in my abilities and just want to go play ball. Don't need to do anything extra. Just need to find completions.
Good.
Take care of the ball.
Good.
And let our guys win as a team.
Yeah.
What specific things did you work on in the off season?
Off season is a good time to kind of. I honed in at the beginning really on mechanics, just throwing, trying to be accurate. As the off season went on,
there we
summer,
go.
I got more into kind of like pocket movement. Worked with my dad. Did a lot of pocket movement, ball security stuff. Had him out there with the boxing gloves on, punching me in the ball a little bit.
Good.
Huge emphasis. Just take care of the ball, find completions.
Good.
Know when to, push the ball downfield and know when to just take completions. So I worked that a lot.
Very good. I was wondering about that, man, because he was looking so much more accurate throughout this training camp versus 19 and 20. So, I was wondering what he was doing differently, and that answered my question. Very cool. I'm sure a few people here have been asking that question too, that have been out there every day and watching him. But no one's really been pointing him out. He's just been quietly doing his thing, and impressing me and impressing the coaches enough to stay at number 2, and not lose his job to PJ Walker. So, props to him. He's not only is he not just accepting the number 2 role, he's earning it. My respect to him. That's what I want to see. When these players come out here in training camp, I want to see them earn these spots. I don't want to see them just lackadaisically accept that, they're going to be the number 1 or number 2 position. No. Without standing out and doing something spectacular. But know where the bar is. Know when not to be too aggressive. You know what I mean? But turn that dial up just a little bit. And you got players like Will Greer, you got players like Terrence Marshall Jr., you got players like Chuba Hubbard, that have been turning it up quietly. You don't notice them. And that's exactly the point. A lot of the media people don't notice them, but I notice them right out of the gate. Because I got eyes for this. I got eyes and ears for this. Okay? I'm good at it. That's what I'm going to point this stuff out on my channel, and I'm going to point it out on my page because I feel like that's an important thing to do. It's an important emphasis. Is the little things, because the little things add up. And as you all know, if I spot a weakness, if I spot a kryptonite, I'm going to point it out. Because that could hurt us later on. You know, for example, the offensive line in 2015. Rimmers in particular. I pointed them out in week 4. Week 3 or 4. So, again, these players are quietly making their mark. And they're earning their spots. They're not just accepting them. They're earning them. That's what you like to see. Let's continue.
What's the players' thoughts on this?
I love it.
It's a long ride.
It's a long ride. It depends on the field you're on. Yeah. No, I love it. Just clearly it's an emphasis, right? Like, don't beat ourselves. That's a pillar here. That's how you win football games. It's how you beating yourself. How you lose football games in a hurry. I love it. Love emphasizing it.
Yes.
It's something you just gotta just drill in your head at every position.
Yes.
I did. Me and Matt messed up.
Thank you, Will Greer, for pointing that out. None of the rest of the players pointed that out.
Yeah.
But he did.
How did you handle getting an
Credit to this man right here.
and then not being kind of factored in last season on Sundays personally? How did you kind of get through that? Was it frustrating, and did you kind of understand those decisions?
He's paying attention.
Yeah. I think it's fair to say it's frustrating. You just got to be ready. You don't know when your opportunity is going to come. That was my mindset last year. It's not my job to make the decisions whether I go in or not. It's my job to be ready when they do put me in. Last year, just kind of the way it worked out. I don't think it was, I wasn't like frustrated at the decision or anything like that. I want to play every Sunday. You know what I mean? So
be patient, Will.
You'll
get there.
I didn't ever feel frustrated
You'll get there.
necessarily. I think that's the
The
wrong
way our
word.
quarterback
I felt more
situations have been,
that,
could happen any given Sunday.
ready to go. And
honestly,
it wasn't frustrating not to get it. It was more so just like, I guess, disappointing when it was over because I felt ready last year. I felt like I could help my team.
Yeah.
But there wasn't really an opportunity for me to, which is fine. You just have to be ready to go this year. You know what I mean?
What have coaches told you guys about the battle for that number 2 spot? You feel like it's wide open, or is it you got to fight to get past TJ, or where do you feel like that is?
I think it's kind of an open battle. I think we're just we're practicing and trying to get better right now. I think
battle,
both me and PJ are different players. We're both working on different things.
There we go.
And
first mention of
PJ
PJ all year.
We're not really competing against each other as much as we are competing to get better at things we need to get better at individually. And when it comes down to it, that's not me or PJ's decision. I've enjoyed working with him and pushing each other, including Sam, and just trying to get better, like I said, individually. And then the decision's not up to us. Like I said, I think we're very different, and it comes down to what's best for the team.
Okay. Good answer. I respect that.
Not much. That's a family matter. Obviously it's early on, and I think the facts will come out as it progresses. But that's really all I can say at this point. So.
You mentioned pocket movement.
Mm-hmm.
We saw you kind of make a few plays on the run today. Was that what you were emphasizing with your dad, or something a little different in terms of pocket movement?
I think both. Definitely throwing on the run. Had some opportunities in 2019 that I missed. Just wasn't accurate on the run, and ever since then it's been a big emphasis in season, off season, just all around.
Feel like you've gotten better.
Finally,
absolutely.
a good question.
I feel like I really improved. A lot of it, throwing on the run is, when you have arm talent, it's easy to kind of get lazy with your fundamentals and just, kind of whip the ball out there. And it's important to overemphasize those fundamentals. Really get your left shoulder on, right shoulder off. Whether I emphasize it to the high school kids that I kind of coach around, and it's important at this level too, because, you can throw it out there all arm and it'll work 3 out of 5 times, but it needs to work 5 out of 5 times, and that was a big emphasis
exactly.
for me, so.
Well, I'm curious for you, when there's
well said.
talk in the offseason about like who the quarterback's going to be, who they're bringing in, what's Teddy, Sam, like what's that kind of like for you being a quarterback on this roster and kind of having all of that talk and all that going on?
Yeah, it's interesting. It's definitely like, different than I think what you would expect. But I think as like in my position, you just have to focus on controlling what you can control, right? Stoicism, like just, whatever happens, I've got to be ready to go. Again, don't know where that's going to be. You don't make those decisions. I don't get to go and say, hey, Coach Rhule, I think this about, you know what I mean? Like it's, you just have to be ready to go and be, when the team needs you, you got to step up. And that's all I can control, and that's my focus. So.
Coach Matt was telling us about the BOB sign and then the running laps and what that means for you guys. What do you guys think of having to do all that?
I love it. I love emphasizing don't beat ourselves. I think it's just one of those things it's a good way to re-emphasize, right? We talk about it in meetings. We can say it out here, but when you got to go run and touch a sign, I think that you're just thinking about it the whole time you're running. So I like it.
Guys, any more questions for Will?
When's the last time you cut your hair?
Well, I trimmed it a couple,
Who the heck cares?
Spring, but I ain't cut it in a while.
No one cares
Rally
whether
hair.
this man has trimmed his hair or whether he looks like a mountain man. He played at West Virginia.
Now,
Come on.
Here we are. If you know
Oh
somebody,
my
let me know.
God,
Jeff.
the stupid questions.
How long you want to get?
No, I'm not going to let it get much longer than this. I'll keep it trimmed up here.
Honestly, that stuff makes my
We
head
don't have
hurt.
any plans. I feel like
Y'all don't have any better
I wish I could
questions
tell
than
you something
that
cool,
for the
but it's
man.
not that good.
Come on.
I may shave it tomorrow. I don't know. So.
He's the number 2 QB. Come on. Give him something worth asking about.
Hey, Ike, did you know Geico could save you hundreds on car insurance and a whole lot more?
That is cool.
All right, so love that it got stuck on that face, by the way. That's funny. Up till now, J.C. Horn has 3 interceptions that I know of. I don't think he got any in day 7. But, y'all have to let me know if he does get one and I'm not there. Because I'm planning on going either Monday or Tuesday. For those that are wondering. Okay. So we do have to register in the Training Camp Central web page. Okay, what's that about? Because I have not done that yet. Mask wearing is not required. Autographs are not happening. What else? Permitted backpacks. Fantastic. Because I've been bringing a backpack the last day of camp here, so that's awesome. Containers for medical supplies, flags without poles or sticks. Folding chairs, umbrellas. Okay, cool. Cool. So they are allowing umbrellas, guys. So if the weather gets a little bit rough, you guys will know. But yeah, those are permitted, but it's not. Just be smart about it, guys. That's all I'm gonna say. Selfie sticks, tablets. Okay. So obviously the same basic stuff. So severe weather is always permissible. Okay. That is that's training camp, guys. That's training camp. Good to know, right? That's your typical FAQs. So in case you guys didn't want to know about that, That is on the Panthers Training Camp Central page. So that's where you'll find that, on the home page of that. And you'll click on Training Camp up here. So if you guys want to know what's permitted or what isn't, and all those questions, there you go. Let's see. I wanted to quickly go over two things I want to cover. First thing is this Madden 22 team overall numbers. So we're going to go on down this list. I'm going to put the camera back on because I think you guys deserve to see my face while we go over this. So let's do this. So, number one, of course, we have the defending champion Tampa Bay Bucks. The Chiefs are second, Green Bay third, Baltimore fourth, Cleveland fifth, Buffalo sixth. Not a surprise, right? Dallas is number 7. Cardinals are 8. Titans at 9. Rams at 10. Then, you got your wild card contenders sitting down here. And number 11 is the Chargers. Number 12 is the Saints. Yeah, you got the Niners at 13. Patriots at 14. And you're starting to get down into the 9 and 8 win category here. Broncos in 15th. Seattle at 16th. Washington in 17th, which I think should be way lower because they barely squeezed a division win, last year. It was such a bad division last year that I was shocked that anybody really wanted it. It was so bad. And Washington just squeezed in there and got that division. So that's why you're looking at them at 17. Number 18 is the Raiders. I think the Raiders should have gone above Washington for sure. The Raiders have a tough team, and, this is a tough bottleneck team. They're going to come at you with everything they've got. 19 is the Colts, which is a little bit of a surprise considering their issues lately. The Steelers at 20, Bears at 21, Dolphins at 22. Why are the Dolphins not higher than this? 79 overall. Can we just talk about that for a second? Because the Dolphins have been going consistently in the last few years. At least 8 wins. At least 8. And fighting for a wildcard spot. Why are they not higher? Same with the Bears. No, I don't see that. I'm sorry. 23rd, the Giants. Giants are trash. Giants should be bottom of the league. Bottom 5 of the league. I don't understand how they beat out the Vikings. I don't understand how they beat out the Falcons, the Eagles. I don't get it. Even as bad as the Falcons were last year, come on, man. Come on, man. Like, really? Then you got the Texans at 27. The Bengals, who are god-awful, at 28. The Jaguars, who only got one win last year at 29. The Lions, who have been consistently awful at 30. And then us at 31. Where is the love for this team? Where's the love for this team in Madden? There never has been any. Since we had Cam Newton, there has never been any love for this team. Even when we had Cam Newton, there still wasn't. They didn't show much of this stuff in the news. I was at 4 games during the 15 season. We had one guy bring a gigantic banner on the northeastern part of the stadium. I didn't get a chance to read it because I was too far away. I was in the end zone on the opposite side of the field. But there was so much hate for this team and not much love. But then when you tune into NFL Network, they were buzzing. They were buzzing about this team. There was so much positivity. And that's what I want to get back to. I want these national TV stations to just go, huh, really? We put them at 31st in Madden. We put them in the bottom 5th of the league. These guys are still in the playoffs again? That's what I want this team to turn into again. That's what I want. I want all of these reporters to just go, are you serious? You know, and genuinely be salty about it. Because every one of them bet against us. Every one of them. And I'm going to tell you this. In 14, every one of them bet against us. And look at our record at 14. Look it up. Look up how many news people actually believed in this team in 14 before it ever started that season. That's the point I'm trying to make. And it had the same ragtag people as we have this year. The same ragtag people. The same types. A random unpopular quarterback coming in and taking care of business and getting us into the playoffs. Watch. Just watch. Just watch. If everybody stays healthy, just watch. That's the key. Stay healthy. The healthier we stay, the better we play. And of course, you got the Jets at 32. Obviously. Jets are awful. Jets have always been the bottom of the league. Always. Ever since I can remember watching football, they've been at the bottom of the league. You know, and you got the Bills taking over that division. The Patriots coming in second. They may be primed to retake that lead again, but I doubt it. It's going to be a tight race for a little bit. You know, but I think the Bills will take over. Eventually. Without Tom Brady there, without Gronk there, it's Bills country. You know what I'm saying? But the Browns were the most surprising team. The Browns. 3 years ago, we were not even talking about Cleveland. Now they're in the top 5 in Madden ratings with an 87 overall. Now they're in the top 5 of the league after beating the... Oh my God. After beating all the odds. And the Titans coming out of nowhere too with Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry has made all the difference in the world. Now he's got Julio Jones paired up with him. That's going to be a dangerous team, too. I would not want to face the Titans this year. But Tannehill still throwing those absolute darts. you know you're in for a fight when you go into Tennessee this year. I don't know what questions they've got on that team, but I can guarantee you, whatever they are, it'll cost them a Lombardi shot, but it won't cost them a playoff shot. That I can tell you right now. Now, we play Houston, we play the Eagles, we play the Falcons, we play the Giants, the Vikings, the Dolphins, Washington again. We play the Saints. We play the Cowboys, who are at number 7. We play the Bills, who are at number 6. And obviously we play the Bucks, who are defending Super Bowl champs. But we also play the Jets. I'd say that's a pretty balanced schedule, really. "31st in Madden." Shows you how much people really actually know about these teams. It just goes to show you. So, let us talk about this new safety, Brian Cole. I want to look this guy up. Let's see what we got here. Cole was a 7th round pick of the Vikings in 2020. Mississippi State. Spent last year on the Dolphins practice squad, but was waived in July. To make room for him, we waived wide receiver Ventrell Bryant. I'm okay with this. Bryant wasn't that impressive, so, I'm okay with that. We signed Rod Smith as a running back. We're trying to look at as many options as possible. Okay, here's the next move that we made. We signed safety Doug Middleton and we waived Mason Stoke. Now, before we get into these two players, I want to know who this Brian Cole is. Let's see what we're dealing with here. 6'2", 205 pounds. Spent a year in the NFL. Not a really big guy for a safety, but he does catch your attention though. So I'm going to take a look at Rodney during Fan Day tomorrow. Doug Middleton, let's see who you are. We waived fullback Mason Stoke. Okay, so we waived Mason Stoke. I see. Appalachian State native. Middleton was an undrafted agent with the New York Jets in 2016, playing 3 seasons in New York. He also spent time in Miami, Tennessee, and Jacksonville. He's played 24 games with 44 tackles. Again, another fascination with the New York Jets. And all of this started with Robbie Anderson, by the way. All these Jets players that we picked up and went after started with Robbie Anderson. I just want to point that out. So they're doing a lot of consulting with him, obviously. Otherwise, we would not be messing around with yet another New York Jets person. Unless one of our staff members is from the New York Jets. That's possible. Doug Middleton signed with Carolina during 2021 training. Is undrafted. Okay, so we played with the Jets for 2 years, 16 through 18. Miami Dolphins in 2019 and Jacksonville Jaguars 19 and 20. Okay, so Doug Middleton is not a new guy in the league. He's been there for 4 years. 6 foot even, 210 pounds. 27 years old. All right. That told me really all I needed to know right there. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and share that most recent news with the Facebook page. And if you're not a part of the Facebook page, go check it out. It's great content. I post, do polls, stream on there occasionally now. That was my main source of streaming. Now this is going to be my main source of streaming. But I will do both throughout the year. So expect that. At least one Facebook stream during the weeks. I haven't totally decided what I'm going to do with the streams on Facebook yet. We're going to find out what happens with those. But, yeah. Let's get that posted. Excuse the yawns. It is after midnight, so. But yes, you should definitely request to join the group. And I would be glad to accept your membership request when I get back in town from Charlotte. If you happen to request while I'm out of town. If I happen to see it while I'm up in Charlotte and I have Wi-Fi, then I'll grab it. I'll take care of it then. But, I said 22 games? 24 games. 24 games and 44 tackles. Got it. All right. Interesting move there. Yeah, you consider Tennessee and what they've been able to build lately, especially in 2019 with Derrick Henry. You know, any players in particular off that Tennessee defense, I'm automatically going to gravitate to and keep my eye on in training camp that we pick up. And we picked up, two or three of them now? So, good pickups, man. I want to see what happens with these guys. I want to see if they actually stick or if they're just camp bodies. You know, and Jacksonville is so absolutely bad in 2020. They just needed a complete makeover. And I don't think that was Doug's fault in particular on defense at all. I think he was just a product of a really bad defense at the time. And bad management, and they got Trevor Lawrence as a result. So, and the latest I'm hearing is that Trevor's not been doing that well. But, that's a couple of reports now that I've gotten from a couple of people. But no official sources, which is what I was hoping to hear from. I don't know. Y'all have to throw something at me if you've heard something. I do want to keep an eye on that because I am a Clemson fan as well as a Panthers fan, but I'm a Panthers fan first. So, know that, and this is yet another safety we've signed to this roster after TJ was cut. So I'm wondering what's going to happen here at the safety position. We're all keeping an eye on that safety position now with these transactions. Originally, I wasn't paying attention to that position because, Jeremy Chinn's pretty much got it locked up. Let's be real. Second and third positions, that's where you either make it or break it right now at safety position. We got to have two safeties, I believe. Two really good, strong safeties. And Jeremy Chinn's one. But you got to have a second one. We've had so many injuries that we cannot afford not to have a strong number 2 safety. That injury bug has been hitting every major position and every major player so far. Every one of them. That injury bug doesn't care if you're Christian McCaffrey. It doesn't care if you're Cam Newton. It doesn't care if you're Greg Olsen. It doesn't matter if you're Shaq Thompson. It doesn't matter, bro. This injury bug has been killing us for 5 years. And I really hate to say this, but Jeremy Chinn really needs to keep an eye on his health right now. Because I don't want to jinx the man, but good Lord. How many more major star players are we going to have on that IR during the regular season? He's the only one so far out of our star players that has not gotten hurt. Cross your fingers, dot your T's right now. And cross your T's. Dot your I's on those contract lines, man, because every one of them that signs those contracts now is pretty much signing an IR warrant. It's just a matter of time. And that scares me as a Panthers fan. That's why I've been putting on the emphasis so far on trying to stay healthy. And look at all the injuries we've already had in training camp already. This is just a third of the way through training camp. We've got this many injuries. We got 2 strains. We got 2 concussions. We got people coming off of minor injuries. I mean, this is just... If we can prevent it, we got to do it. Football-related injuries are football-related injuries. Everything that can be prevented, we got to do something about it. We got to try. This is getting ridiculous. I hate getting on these rants, but good Lord. It costs us games and it costs us seasons. This has got to stop. The injury bug's got to stop somewhere, man. You know it? It doesn't matter how good of a player we bring in. Dude, we could literally bring in Deshaun Watson right now and he would get injured. That's the injury bug that we've got in Carolina. Maybe it's the turf. We're changing up the grass for turf now. Up in Charlotte. Maybe that'll make a difference. Probably not. I'm going to say definitely not. Because my history with watching games with turf versus grass typically leads to even more injuries. That's not what you want. That is not what you want, folks. Then you could maybe cite bad throws, like the one PJ threw. That guy Keith Kirkwood on a concussion protocol. Then maybe you could possibly cite wide receivers running the wrong routes, linebackers taking bad angles. There's all sorts of stuff you can prevent by running these drills and correcting them now in training camp. Not once we're knee deep into the season. Do it now. And that's what Matt Rhule is doing right now. So for anyone not paying attention, yes, he is doing that right now. And even then, we still got this many injuries. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what the solution to this is. Maybe you guys have one. If you do, drop it in the chat. Drop it in the comments, man. I don't know. We got to find some solution to this. Because it's eating this team alive. Literally from the inside out. And it breaks my heart. It really, really does. Yeah, I gotta say, man. This is the time. We don't settle anymore. We cannot settle anymore for mediocre and average. Better than that. Look at the talent we have. Look at the talent that we could be exploiting this year and using to get 10 wins at least. Well, at the most, really. Which competes with Tampa Bay, who's probably going to get 12, by the way. Point being, we can compete if we stay healthy. The healthier we stay, the better we play. I'm going to repeat that statement until I am blue in the face. I want to see that on posters. I want to see it on Facebook statuses. I want to see it everywhere. Spread it. Spread it. Everywhere. Tweet it. Post it. Put that on TikTok. Whatever you got to do. Whatever you have to do, folks. We need this as our mantra for this year. That and don't beat ourselves. Those are the two mantras we gotta have this year. It's time to stop settling and start winning. This is the second year of Matt Rhule. It's time. Look at the records he's had on his career. The second year is 10 wins. No. 10 wins. Look at his records. It's consistent. Consistent. We could have 9 wins, I think, tops. I'm not betting on the 10th, but you never know. That's if everybody stays healthy. Yeah. Don't listen to the doubters. Don't listen to the haters. It's their job to hate. It's their job to hate you. If you don't have haters, you're not doing your job right. And let me tell you something. The fact that we have this many haters of this team means we are doing something right. 14 and 15, we did something right. We represented this league with honor and respect. I want that again. Don't y'all want that again? I want it again. I'm tired of settling for all these terrible role models in the league. It's time to make our players household names and show everybody that we are not just one of those teams, with players that go out and drink and do all the drugs and everything else, it gets them arrested and everything else, arrested or something, or gets in trouble somehow. Do you want that to be us, though? Think about it. Do we really want to be one of those teams that has a player like that? Players, think before you act. Okay? Please. Please think before you act. I'm begging you. We can't have y'all suspended. We can't have y'all on IR. Think before you act. Before you do something stupid on the field, too. And I'm not talking about just fighting. I'm talking about doing stupid stuff like TJ did to cause concussions. That's how suspensions happen. Now, I'm not saying that was 100% TJ's fault, but it's the reason he is not in a Panther uniform anymore. Panthers players, please hear me, man. Stop doing stupid crap. It will come back to haunt you. I swear it will. Every time. Every time. That being said, go hard. Don't go too hard. But go hard. Be aggressive this year, okay? Fight for your spot. Earn it. Show me that you want it. Show me that you're hungry. Show me that hunger to be in that 53. I need to see it when I go out there on training camp mornings. I need to see it. I want to feel that hunger, that competitive fire. I gotta feel it when I watch these guys play, man. Let me tell you who I think has it right now. Will Grier. It's not the player you would expect, is it? Not the player you would expect at all. But Will Grier. Y'all heard it in the interview earlier. This man worked in the offseason to improve his accuracy. He did padded drills with his dad. He did everything that he had to do to be ready for camp and to push for that number 2 spot and stay there and earn it. Man, not just accept the number 2 role, earn it. That's what I was talking about earlier, man. When you do those little things like that, it shows up. It shows up in camp. I noticed it for 4 days of camp when I was there. I saw it in person. No one else is talking about Will Grier. I paid attention to him. I saw him. And I pointed it out immediately. On the first day I was there. On day 3. It's the little things, man. It's the little things. That's the type of hunger I'm looking for. Terrence Marshall Jr., when he came out there and took care of business, and I saw some amazing catches from this man. Amazing catches. The effort he showed out there showed me that hunger, that passion, that competitive drive. That's what I'm looking for. Show me that. At every position. Show it to me. And I will call you out, and I will point you out on stream. I will point you out in posts. I will put you all over social media. Trust me, folks, I've got a little bit more pull than people think I do. Because a lot of people pay attention to my channel, and a lot of people pay attention to my posts and my comments. People you wouldn't expect. So, seriously, earn my respect, and you get that credibility everywhere. Because I post everywhere, man. I'm in like at least half a dozen Facebook groups right now. I just met at least one of the members of the 4-Man Rush. I've talked to 2 others. I'm regularly in Big Cat's channel. In his chat. You know, not consistently, but regularly. Enough to make a big impact. And when I am, I'm very vocal. You'll see me in chat. You can't miss it. I've been in Shellytron's chat as well. I've been everywhere, dude. I've been at the Roaring Right draft party in 2019. You know, I'm everywhere. So, believe me when I say that people do listen. They hear me. Because they know when I speak up, I've got something important to say. I'm not just there to be a friendly face. I have something important to say. I have someone important to point out, either good or bad, and I've got an opinion that's worth sharing and worth listening to. So, you know, that's what this channel is, man. I'm so glad that everyone wants to hear what I have to say and, you know, hear about who I'm pointing out and who I'm not pointing out. You know, all the small little details that make a difference. And I appreciate y'all for that, man. Thank you so much. It means the world to me. Seriously. Y'all are the real ones out here. This channel's the real ones. Because without us, I don't know where we'd be. You know, I feel like we're kind of the outside group looking in, you know, that may or may not have all the answers, but we've got great opinions and we've got a lot to share. You know what I mean? And a lot of you seem to agree with my opinions and seem to agree with what I say. And We may disagree every now and then, but at the end of the day, we're still family, and we still treat each other as such. And I love that. You know, this is what this channel is, and this channel's love for this organization, every part of it, from the top to the bottom. And I wouldn't have it any other way. So it is almost 3 a.m. where I am, so I am going to get some sleep. I've got to travel to Charlotte tomorrow, so when I get up. In the meantime, it has been a great pleasure hanging out with you. I think, do we have time to actually review some footage that I put in from day 7? Do we have time? I would like to do that. 1 second. Sorry, that wasn't supposed to play. Yeah, let me see if I can pull up that footage for you guys. There's a couple of things I do want to point out. Let's see. Did the first one not go up? Huh. The first one did not go up. Weird. I thought... Okay, there it is. There it is. No, which one is the DBs? There it is, too, I think. This one. I think this is it. 3. There we go. Yep, it's this one. This is the one I want to cover first because this has a lot of potential to be very, very interesting. If you like DB coaching, here we go. Take a listen to this. I'm going to turn the volume up so you can hear what this coach is saying. And I like this guy. And that's typically been the first drills that they work on when they first come over. This is the second day that I've seen the DBs come over and do these specific drills right in front of our section of the crowd. So can y'all hear him? Notice how he says the words eye level. Because you got to stay focused on not standing up, footwork, staying on the line, staying. There you go. Oh, y'all can't hear this, can you? My bad. My bad, guys. There it is. Okay, so here's Dante doing it first. Notice how he doesn't move. He just stays hunched over like that. You know, you don't want to stand up. You don't want to move. You don't want to flinch. You're following the runner. Just like that right there. Very good.
Really cool getting to watch the DB coach in action here. Coaching these guys up.
He's a very vocal coach. That's what I've noticed, you know, while watching him. And I really, really enjoy seeing him, you know, do his thing.
Nice.
So this drill is going to focus on footwork as much as eye level, you know. And it's also going to focus on double moves and stuff like that. And then you've got the linebackers and safeties over here. More so the safeties. I'm not sure what kind of drill they're doing. But I just tried to get footage of it as best I could. So now you got JC Horn over there now. I think this is just all the corners. That's what it looks like. Notice how he's actively, like, demonstrating these drills. You know, I love to see that. Because that shows me, you know, you got a coach that's got energy. You got a coach that knows what he's doing and knows what he's talking about. And knows exactly what he wants to see. And some of these guys are visual learners, you know. So it helps them. To actively see your coach doing it. And not just telling you what to do, you know. Very nice.
Gotta get that fixed. All right, here we go. 5 yards. 5 yards. Listen, when they come outside of their body, watch me. When they come outside of their body, you break, you gotta break immediately. That's all we looking at. We're waiting on him to break. He don't give you the better rip. He don't come out of it. Break out. Too many times we trying to break that way. Now we get 5 yards apart. Going that way. Give him a seat.
See it, my man. See it.
These are the types of drills where you really got to grind. And again, that's something I want to see, from these guys.
I got a turn on that again.
And that sound right there means that they are shifting into the next thing. So, that being said, I did want to cover that, and I'm glad I got a chance to.
What's up, Keep Pounding Crew? This is the 4th video of...
Alright, so you're looking at scrimmage ball now. Goal line situations. I'll go for 15 more minutes on this stream, and then I gotta get some sleep. But here's Darnold, looking at the options, rolls over, doesn't give up on the play, finds his man. That's encouraging to see. Very encouraging to see. So now, again, they're going to run through this again. About half a dozen reps, I believe. Let's just see how he does. Yeah. You like the footwork, you like the accuracy. The eyesight, the technique. Sam looks good, man. I mean, now we're moving back to the 15. So, here we go. And this is the one in particular I wanted to break down. Because there's a lot to show you on this one. You got a little bit more space, for the wide receivers to run. And he finds the man in the corner. That was a tight end. So, here again, he does not give up on these plays immediately. He keeps rolling until he finds something. So this is just quarterback versus corners, wide receivers and corners. What a throw right there. That was gorgeous. And that was Will Grier. This is a clear example of what I was talking about with Will Grier. When I say I've been watching this man throw, and I've been impressed with his accuracy, this is what I meant. Look how much time he has spent in the timing, the footwork. And you'll see it in this next throw as well. Watch his footwork. Boom, boom, boom. Set. He's mobile. He's moving around. He tried to force that one. He didn't see anything on the other side. But again, watch those feet. No, what I want to do is I want to get some footage of PJ, and I want to see what the difference is between the two of them. Okay, look at this. Look at this. Sets his feet. Boom. Keeps his eyes level with, and his body level and turned towards the wide receiver. It's technique. It's little things like that with technique. It makes all the difference. And I think PJ had like 2 throw attempts. He had 2 reps, if I'm not mistaken, with this drill. On this side. That's what I remember anyway. Could be wrong. He may have had 4, but I don't know. Look at the footwork. Money. Absolute money. Throws it right in front of him. Perfectly on target. Does not miss. And again, keeps that body straight. And aimed right at the wide receiver. I don't know how many of you guys have ever played golf. But, it's equivalent to that. You want to keep your body aimed at where you want the ball to go. And it's the same thing in football, at a quarterback level. Look at this. Look at how he's aimed at the wide receivers. He doesn't turn. And look at the accuracy. He throws maybe 1 or 2 bad balls, but who's going to really fault him for that? With the amount of accuracy he's shown over the past 4 or 5 days. I certainly can't. That's Sam Darnold looks great. He's got poise. He's got mobility. He's got technique. He's got accuracy. This is what we're looking for. I'm not going to say he's like a genuine, star quarterback or anything like that, but look at this accuracy. You can't argue with that. Look at this footwork. Beautiful footwork. Beautiful. Good accuracy, too. That was a really nice play by J.C. Horn right there. But, again, you're doing with tight coverage there. J.C. Horn is going to win. Versus a regular wide receiver one-on-one. Now, if that was a tight end on J.C. Horn, it would be a little bit tougher for J.C. to be able to knock that ball down, considering the bigger target in the corner there. All right, so, that was a little bit of Sam Darnold and Will Grier throwing right there. I'm going to give him a heart right there. That's true. DJ did break Horn's ankles right there, man. You ain't lying. Time to trade for Watson? What? Come on. Okay, I want to point out something. Sports Illustrated. Or SI. I think it was Sports Illustrated. I want to say it's Sports Illustrated that posted this article, but they're just like, we still got our eyes on Watson. We still got our eyes on Watson. No, we don't. Let me tell you why we don't. Look at the contract we just put on Sam Darnold. Yeah, Will Grier's looking strong too. PJ's got that question mark hanging over his head like, what is my future in Carolina looking like? And if he doesn't start getting it together, you could be next, brother. Because Will is looking strong and he's looking hungry. You could see it in that video. You could see it, bro. You could clearly see it. That man is coming out here to throw some balls. And he ain't taking no names. Alright, so let's see what happens here. Line's looking solid. Okay, cool. Cool. I'm only going to show a couple minutes of this because I got to get some sleep here tonight. But, you know. If I don't cover, you know what? If I don't cover this now, I'm going to regret it. Let's get into it. Thank you. I appreciate you, man. Let's go back and watch that play again. There we go. Are they set? There we go. Now y'all should be able to see these players a little bit better. We got Jeremy Chinn right here. That's an incomplete pass. I believe that's PJ in right now. And if it is, then you'll start to see some of this inaccuracy that I've been talking about. And I think once everybody sees this on tape, you can't ignore it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is PJ. Yeah, here we go. Watch this accuracy, man. And again, you're looking at another huge overthrow. And I don't get what's going on. You know, is it his footwork? Is it his technique? Is it his body not being straight? I don't know, man. Y'all be the judge, man. Y'all let me know. What do you think? Well, I got y'all on live stream right now. I want to know what you think. You know, this is chat's time to shine. And comment section's time to shine. Let me know. You're about to get a real good look at him right here. Easy dump off. Anybody could do that. Gifted, Sam. Come on, man. Of course, you'll love to see the touchdown, but that's gifted, man. Anybody could check down to weapons like that and they'll get touchdowns. Anybody. Find me any quarterback that's at least 2/3 of the way down the free agent list right now. And they'll be able to do that successfully. That does not impress me. What I need to see is these down the field throws. Okay, no, PJ was not in any of these. I think he may be in on them. Let's see. Yeah, that was Sam. Okay, that was Sam. Yeah, PJ's back there. I see him. I wish I had footage, man. I really do. Because y'all need to see this, man. Next training camp day, I'm going to specifically try to get footage of him. On purpose. Okay, this is again Sam Darnold on a handoff. Good run stop right there. Is that Tepper? Is that Tepper with a clipboard? Hold up. No way it is. Dude. I don't believe it. Would you look at that? Nice throw. Very nice throw for Sam there. Is that Tepper in the gray shirt right there that we're looking at? Oh my gosh. I did not want to. I apologize for the blurriness, guys. That's some weird weather out there, man. Alright, yeah, here's Will Grier. Okay. Easy dump off pass. Nothing too exciting there. I mean, I could be wrong. There's Matt Rule. You can see him in the background beyond the ref. I swear I thought I just saw Tepper. I could be wrong, though. I know he was at day 8. Somebody reported seeing him at day 8 with the GM. I didn't know he was at day 7, though. I didn't hear any reports of him being there at day 7. But you never know. Alright, so here's Will. Line looks good. And he's taking these cheap dump off throws, and I got to see more. on that drill. That was not enough for me. And maybe that's that D-line push that everyone's been talking about. Forcing him to take those checkdowns. But Willie's looked really, really good so far. Okay. Running play right there. Real nice. False start right there. You see that? Everybody's been talking about the false starts. And it looks like there's 2 players that did a penalty lap right there. Looked like 63, and I didn't see who the other player was. But yeah, penalty lap. He backed him up 5 yards. So here you go. Another check down. You'll see a lot of check downs here. Here's the next play. Rolls out, rolls out, rolls out. Doesn't give up. And completes the pass. There you go. Might be 4th down, but he still completed the pass. Coach over here talking to Jeremy Chin. And there's the field goal unit. So, there you go. That's where you start to see the special teams come into play. They started installing that after the 11-on-11s. And then you had the 1 to 2 minute drills, going down the field. After that, which I did not get footage of. Obviously. And can someone explain this tweet to me? Don't even get me started on Dante Spencer, Derek, not Picture Brown. Is this guy referencing, is he referencing the height? The height and size? Is that what he's talking about? I'm trying to figure this one out, guys. I don't understand it, but anyway. Yeah. They said it was going to rain and whatnot, and, it turned out to be a pretty decent day. There's that brotherly love right there. Christian McCaffrey going through running drills. And like I said in the video, one of the biggest things I noticed in day 7 was the Peanut Tillman punch out drill. And y'all know what that is. If you know who Charles Tillman is and Peanut Tillman and what he was famous for, y'all understand exactly what that drill is. And why it's so important. I'm happy, man. So very happy to see that implemented. Alright, well, this comes from D Wade in chat here. What's up, man? You believe in Darnold? Yes, I do. I was as skeptical as everybody else when we first traded for him. You know, I had my doubts, I had my questions, and over the course of the training camp days that I've been to, he's answered those questions for me. Do I believe that he is a superstar quarterback like everybody else out there? You know, Rodgers, Cam Newton, everybody like that? No. But will he get the job done? Yes. I believe I can solidly answer that question, yes. And that's the question you need to be asking. You know, do you believe in him? Is he going to answer all of those questions that you have? You know, can you get the ball down the field with him? Can you get touchdowns with him? Can you put points on the board? All of those questions I'm starting to actually answer with a solid yes, which I had my doubts to begin with. What do you got a clipboard for? And you're talking about Tepper, right? I'm supposing that's Tepper. I think it is. Yeah. Like I said, this footage is from day 7, so I officially cannot confirm whether he was or was not there. But day 8, I've gotten it from a solid source that he was there. He was officially there at day 8. Which I wasn't there for day 8. So, yeah. Scott Fitterer watching on as well in day 8. So, it's interesting because we just made a few moves, you know, a few transactions, and that's why Scott Fitterer is there. You know, he's watching to see what transactions do we need to make, what positions do we need free agents in. Scott's been busy. You know, he's been quietly doing his thing behind the scenes. If I was a GM, I would be out there every training camp day. I would be watching every snap. I would be watching everything that goes on. And I could tell you whether we needed a roster move or not. And I would start immediately looking right after camp. I wouldn't even waste any time. I'd get some Gatorade. I'd immediately go to my chair and I'd start looking. You know, do we need this? How strongly do we believe in this player? X, Y, Z. What do we think about this player? What is he doing versus what is he not doing? You know, that's exactly what I would be doing if I was GM. I wouldn't just be sitting on my butt in the chair all day watching footage. No, I would be actively out there looking at these guys myself. That's just who I am. You know. And I believe that's, you know, there's no defined role for a GM as far as that goes. So, you know, You can be an active GM or you can be just a passive GM. That's up to them. I like the fact that Scott Fitterer is there and watching the entire training camp in person and watching these guys in person. So, Troy Pride looks rough, yeah. Yeah. He's been on the hot seat lately. And ever since that fight broke out, he's been on the hot seat. And I saw the fight firsthand with Robbie. And, this guy's been on our roster for, 2-3 years? And he just keeps getting burned time after time after time after time. And, I've seen him improve a little bit. But to say that he has fully improved since last year is a stretch. It's a real stretch for me. I can't say that he has or has not. That's a stretch. Will this man stay on our roster in our 53 with all the competition going on? Huge question mark there. Huge question mark. I gotta say he's gonna stay a cut above a couple of these rookies, but as far as the vets that we're bringing in, that's where I gotta say, the vets kind of have the edge a little bit. AJ, and of course Horn has an edge on him too. So, out of all the rookies, I would definitely say Horn has a full advantage over Troy right now. Full. I mean, it's not even close. You look at Horn, he's already got 3 picks. Now, granted, the offense made him look good on Monday's practice, but still, I believe he still would have gotten a pick on Monday anyway. Even if the offense did look decent. What wide receivers do I think we're going to keep? Good question. Terrence Marshall Jr. is going to stay for sure. I got a feeling he's going to be our number 3 man or number 4. Let's take a look at this roster real quick. Let's take a look at him. Then I could properly answer this question. I think we dropped 1 today. We cut 1 today in order to put somebody else in. Okay. Okay, so obviously you're gonna have Robbie and DJ as your top 2 guys. That's automatic. I think Terrence is your number 3. I think Omar Bayless makes it as number 4. So they don't have a full depth chart. Krishan Hogan. Hogan's been quiet. That's my problem with Hogan. He's been too quiet. I need to see a little bit more out of him. Throwing the ball a little bit. Let's see what he can do. Can he get that height like all the rest of these wide receivers can? Is he aggressive towards the ball? Going after the ball. Can he catch consistently? That's what I need to see from these guys. And Hyman's been pretty quiet as well. I saw a few catches from him. Not bad. Keith Kirkwood obviously has the concussion. Terrace has been the one that's been impressing me the most. Markin, I kind of like Markin a little bit. He's been in our training camp system 2 years now. 2 or 3 years now? No, 2 years. 2 years. Because he already has 1 year experience in the NFL, so this would be his second year in through our training camp system. So, 5'11", 190, from Massachusetts. Nothing to shake a stick at, really, but, he gets your attention every once in a while with a decent catch. David Moore. I like David Moore. I think he's got a solid shot at making the roster. Let's see. Let's see what else we got. CJ Saunders, 5'10", 190. I don't remember seeing that name last year in our training camp. Y'all have to let me know. I don't remember seeing his name in there. He may be a new acquisition, I don't know, that we got in the offseason. But, yeah, the name doesn't pop out to me that much. 15. I didn't see him get very many opportunities, so. Micah Simon, same thing. I haven't seen him get many opportunities, so I don't know what those two can do yet. Shi Smith. Let's talk about Shi Smith. Shi Smith was real good in South Carolina before he came here. I like his chances. I legit like his chances. I think he's going to make the roster. I like what I saw from him. I think he's got it. Zylstra. Definite chance of making the roster, for sure. Zylstra, I would love to see him stay in. I think I liked him last year. And I believe he was here in 19 as well, wasn't he? In training camp. In preseason. I think that's when we first started noticing him. Didn't we get him that year in 19? 6'2", 215. 4 years running in the NFL now. From Minnesota. I mean, that's what caught my attention anyway. The ones that haven't gotten any opportunities, those are the ones that I think may get cut. So, hopefully that answers your question, D-Wade. Appreciate you, man. Great question. It is getting late, so that being said, I think I'm going to cut this stream here. Thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you at Fan Day. Please like, sub, hit the bell, select all, leave a comment down below. You know what to do. Shout out again to Chase and D-Wade for being in the chat here. Yeah, you think Darnold's going to be nice. Yep, I agree. Liking what I'm seeing, D-Wade. Lastly, again, we don't have any prizes this year for the Fantasy League. Unfortunately, I had to keep that league going, but we don't have any takers right now. So if anyone's interested, please leave a comment in the chat, the comment section, or on the Facebook page. Keep pounding in all caps. I would love to have autographs for you guys, but they're not doing autographs this year. What they are doing instead, though, is you can sign up for free to win an autographed mini helmet. And it's a different player each day at training camp. So, I don't know what they're doing at Fan Day, but who knows? Interestingly enough, I saw a kid and his dad win I think it was what was it? DJ Moore's helmet? I don't remember. But that was cool. Getting to see them enjoy that. I've thrown my name in for a few of them. I definitely threw my name in for the Steve Smith one. They had the Steve Smith one on the coming together on Saturday night, so that was fun. Unfortunately, I didn't win any of them, but it would be really, really cool to have one of those helmets in my new studio that I am creating. It's going to come out looking real nice, man. Real nice. Looking forward to it. So you won't be seeing all that junk back there anymore. You'll be seeing some cased up stuff. You'll be seeing some action figures in some cases. You'll be seeing some Panthers gear. All of that. That's coming in the next couple of years here. Hopefully I can get all that done by the end of summer next year and have that up and running. That'd be cool, man. I got a new desk and a new chair coming through the mail. Gaming chair. But y'all will really like it, I think. By the time I'm done with it, I'll post pictures. Oh, you'll be there tomorrow, D-Way. Cool. What section, man? I'll be in 201. Question for the chat right now. Does anybody know what their policy is on filming during fan day of the training camp practice parts? Does anybody know for a fact what their policy is? I've been looking all over their website and I swear I can't find it. So I'm going to assume I'm green light, but I'm going to proceed with caution. So y'all may only see one video from it just because I'm being cautious until I know for 100% sure from a solid source of what it is. So again, I can't promise a video from Fan Day, but if I can get one out, I'll try. If I can't, I can't. That's just what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, you don't think there's a policy? Okay. The thing is, when I got to my first video recorded, I saw one other guy with his phone out, I don't know whether he was filming or he was taking a picture or something, but they had an attendant in every section just waving up at you, and the attendant looked at me like that, and I was just like, okay, not risking it. I respect the boundaries, man. I respect them. I know what Wofford's policy is. They don't care. They never have cared since we've been up there. I don't know what York is going to be like, but I know what Wofford is. So, I'm respecting all boundaries here. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get copyright claim or any of that nonsense. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to get footage from my YouTube community. That's all I'm trying to do. And if you guys aren't about it, then I respect that. As an organization, I'm not here to do you guys dirty or do anything stupid to get myself kicked off YouTube. I'm not going to do that. If there's a legit policy there, I'm going to respect it. I'm a rules follower, man. So, I do want to say this, though. I am not a sheep. But I am a rules follower. And you say you don't think there's a policy. Okay. Okay. I tell you what, you guys let me know between now and next year. Let me know if there's a policy there. I would love to know for sure. I gotta know for sure, man. That's why I'm gonna proceed with caution. I'm gonna try to get one video. It may be a short one, but it'll be a video nonetheless. It may get copyright claimed, music-wise, so keep that in mind because they do play a lot of music in it. So my commentary will be lost in it, in the sections that are copyright claimed. That's what happened with the last one. So I had to mute it. I had to do it. I'm sorry. It's just what it is. Because eventually, you know, that video might make some money for the channel. But that money will go back to you in the form of giveaways. That's what I would love to do. And that's what I was going to do before COVID shut down the entire expansion operation there. I was going to do something big and announce something big, but, you know, it just never happened. And, you know, COVID sucks, man. COVID sucks. Thanks a lot, Chinese. Jeez. And I'm very, very blessed in the way that that's the only way that this channel slowed down. So I just want to say thank you for sticking around for those that did. You guys are awesome. You know, I do this for y'all. You know, I get up early in the morning, get that 92-degree heat, get that footage for you guys. But I also do it for me because I know that I love this channel and I love everything that I'm doing for this organization and trying to help and trying to get the best 53-man roster by putting my opinions out there. You know, whether positive or throwing a player under the bus when necessary. So, yeah, it is what it is. I do it out of love, though. Everything I do is out of love. And I'm so glad that y'all respect that and understand that. We're a family. End of the day, we're a family. And I really do hope that we represent ourselves as such. So, keep it chill. I'm hitting a fan day tomorrow. I got a 2-hour drive to Charlotte tomorrow. So, I got to get some sleep here soon. I got to say thank you so much again. You know, shout out to Chase and D-Wade for being in the chat here and having fun and enjoying yourself and asking great questions. Yeah, that'll do it. Thank you so much. As always, the healthier we play, the better. The healthier we stay, the better we play. Get it out there. Get it out there. T-shirts everywhere. Do it. And don't beat ourselves. Both of those slogans need to be everywhere. Thank you guys so much. And I'll see you guys in tomorrow for Fan Day. Section 201. Come visit me. I'll be in my seat at 6:45. Sharp. Keep pounding.